Today I'm going to teach you how to crochet mosaic crochet the absolute easiest way. There are many different techniques on how to do that, but I feel like this is the easiest because you only have to think about two things. You think about whether it's a single crochet or double crochet, and the other thing is which color you're using at the edge. So no color changes within the row. It all happens as you're crocheting one color at a time. Mosaic crochet is also known as overlay crochet. Let me teach you how to do that. For the border, be sure to check out my other videos, including the envelope border. But this is also a great way to finish it, which is fringe. So all you need to do is grab two colors, any two colors you wish, and understand that you're going to use one color per row. You are not mixing or transitioning colors within a row. You are doing one row at a time. Now, the other thing you need to know is that whenever you see no X in this pixel graph, it's going to be a single crochet in a back loop only. And if you see an X, you're going to go down 2 rows to the same color and crochet a double crochet. It's also known as the mosaic double crochet. So you're really just doing single crochet in a back loop only, or you're doing double crochets 2 rows down to the same color. So that way you're doing an overlay, which is why mosaic crochet is also known as overlay crochet. So that means there's no color transitions, no color changes within a row. It makes it super easy and you create this beautiful effect. Keep in mind that mosaic graphs are specific to mosaic crochet. That means that not every graph is a mosaic crochet graph, but every mosaic crochet graph can be used for other things like tapestry, Tunisian, whatever you wish, okay? So let's get started. I already made the very first row over here, and that is just single crochet. There is 12 stitches per row. I know it shows 13, but it's because I added an additional column here to show you when you use which color. So row 1 is just white, row 2 is the other color, row 3 is white again, other color white, the other color, etc. Okay? So I already did the very first one. So now we're going to do the next one and then we keep going. The actual mosaic crochet effect doesn't start until row 4. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to crochet these 2 rows already for you, so that way you don't have to sit through them because they're really just single crochets in the back loop only, and you're cutting your yarn at the end of the row. You're not turning, you're just going one row at a time. Okay, so that means in row 2, I'm just going to show you the beginning here. So you have your other color on your hook. You're going to insert your hook through the back loop and you're going to pull your yarn through and make a single crochet. I didn't make a chain because it automatically makes it into single crochet like that. And now I'm just going to make single crochets in the back loop. Okay, it's just the entire row. Then I do that one more time for white in the next row, and then I'll see you back here in row 4. So let me explain something real quick though, because you may be confused. You're like, why is there a red spot, but I'm actually going to do the entire thing in white? Well, as I said in the beginning, if you don't see an X, you're going to do a single crochet in a back loop only. That means even though there's a red right here, the reason there's a red is to show that there is an overlay happening. Okay, so you're going from this spot all the way down here and therefore covering that white with the other color, and therefore it's colored over here. However, when you're in this row, you're not going to do anything with the red or anything, so you're going to just do single crochet in a back loop only, all in white, because that row is done in white and there's no X's. So now we're in row 4 and there's our first X. So that X is actually a double crochet down. So that means you're simply going to start with a double crochet. So I just pulled my yarn through here with a slip knot, and I'm going to yarn over and I'm going to go down all the way to the other color right here, and there is a front loop left over. Everywhere is a front loop left over. So we're going to grab that very first one in that same color. So you're only connecting one color with the same color. So yarn over and pull through, and then just finish it up like a double crochet. So that means we did our first double crochet. That's our first X. And as you can see, it covers up the white behind it. And that is why you see a different color over here than white. Okay, so that's what it is. So you have 3 stitches on top of each other corresponding to a double crochet. Over here you can see it's 1, 2, 3, and then there's an X, but this is also number 1. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, so you would have here 2 double crochets on top of each other. But let's go back to row 4. So now that we did our first double crochet, we have 3 spots that have absolutely no X's, which means those 3 spots are going to be single crochet stitches in the back loop only. So you're going to ignore that stitch behind here because we're not adding stitches, right? And now we're going to crochet our 3 single crochets in the back loop only. The next stitch again is a double crochet. So you're going to, here's the next stitch, and 1 row down, you're going to go back to that same color in that front loop, and you're going to place a double crochet. Now let's look at the graph. We have 3 single crochets, a double, and then 3 more single crochets. So let's do that. So 3 single crochets, they're all done in the back loop only. So you're pretty much ignoring any other color. You're just going to look whether there is an X or there is no X. If there's an X, you're going to make a double crochet 2 rows down. If there's no X, you're going to stay within that same color and going to place single crochets in the back loop only. Once you finish, make your slip knot and then cut your yarn. Now we're going to do white. Now we're going to jump to row 5. We're going to start with a single crochet. So for single crochets, I put the slip knot onto my hook, insert through the back loop, and then yarn over, pull through. I have 2 loops on my hook, yarn over and pull through. So that allows me to skip my chain, so it makes it a little bit cleaner. Now I made my first single crochet, which is right on top of that double crochet. And then the next one is a double crochet down. So let's do that. So we're going to do a double crochet down to that front loop in white. So we're connecting white to white. So simply go through that front loop, yarn over, and then make my double crochet. Now the next 3 stitches are also done in single crochet, so let's do that. Again, they're all in the back loop. All single crochets are done in the back loop. Now the next stitch is again an X, then a single and an X. So the X's are doubles and there are 2 rows down. Then single, 2 rows down, and there's my double. So now we have 3 more single crochets and 1 more double. Once you're finished, make your slip knot and cut your yarn. And now you're going to repeat that process. You're doing 1 color at a time. You're going from 1 color to another color. So whenever you see no X, you're going to make a single crochet in the back loop only. And if you see an X, you're going to go down to the same color and place a double crochet, also known as the mosaic double crochet. Now keep repeating this entire graph right here until you're done. Now you have a few different choices of what you can do with the yarn that is hanging on the left and right side. One thing you can do is simply turn it into fringe and have a little coaster. That's totally fine. You can totally do that. You can also weave it in, or you can also do a border. Now there's different types of borders, but my favorite for mosaic crochet is known as the envelope border, which captures this yarn and you won't have to weave it in. And it's similar to, think of it like quilting. If you've ever done quilting, it's like an envelope that catches it around it. So you're making a row in the back and a row in the front, and you capture it. And then the yarn right here is in between in that little tunnel, and then you close it up. So you won't have to weave it in. So I have a video for that as well if you want to check out how to do the envelope border. But for now, I hope you love this mosaic crochet project. I hope you enjoyed this video on how to do the easiest way to do mosaic crochet in rows. If you made your little project, be sure to share it with me. I have a Facebook group called Crocheting with Nikki. So go ahead and post your result into it and let's see your little mosaic crochet square. Remember, I have the written instructions down below. Be sure to also sign up for my newsletter. I have so much free content that I share there all the time with secret tips and tricks. If you like this video, please like, comment, and share this video, and subscribe to my YouTube channel and turn on the bell to get a notification next time I publish a new video or go live.